they are not able to represent Kisii County or gender as required by law.
Senator Gata, is it on a related matter? Or?
So, yeah, it's true, Chair, because I thought maybe the transaction was not yet over. I thought maybe there's some people who were supposed to join the team from Governor's office. Now that I have not seen any lady, I think that conversation is not complete.
Okay, Governor Arati.
Chair, thank you for the question raised by Honorable Dulo. To be told is that yes, I was to be accompanied by female employees of the county, specifically from procurement, who is on safari. Again, I observe the gender parity. But again, to be told, as you see, even in yourselves, out of so many men, there are only 2 ladies.
Orders, Governor. That is called a fallacy of argument, turning the gun on the person asking the question. Just deal with it from your institution. Leave the Senate out of it. Just provide the assurance to Senator Dulo.
The assurance is that, Chair, yes, we observe the parity issues of gender in the county of Kisii.
I think, Senator Dulo, maybe is there some advisory you want to give the governor so that the next time he appears before us, we don't have to deal with this supplementary?
Chairman, I have a lot of respect for governor, and I think I prophesied for him to be the governor for Kisii, which he is now. And I know he is a serious gender supporter, female gender supporter. In future, Governor, I think in our appearance, we will not allow you to appear before this committee without proper gender balance. And for us on this side, these are the only 2 ladies in the committee. So you cannot tell us we are not also gender balanced. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, Senator Cherarke.
Thank you. Maybe, Governor, just out of curiosity, and congratulations, I remember we campaigned for you. Maybe out of curiosity, how many percentages are we talking about? Can you just give us a snapshot? Because I know if you give us a snapshot, maybe some of the questions that we might ask later will answer. As in gender parity, how many percentage versus which percentage?
Chair, again, I want to say that I've tried, indeed, to make sure I've met the constitutional threshold of the balance, and has given him the CCs. Out of 10, I have 4 ladies. The chief officers, I have, out of 14, I have 6 ladies. Therefore, very well, I met again the threshold of the constitution, the requirement.
Maybe you, Chair, the entire employees of, I know Ntabo, I've known you for some time, you know he's our in-law. So, how, as in the snapshot, the entire workforce of Kisii, in terms of percentage?
In the percentage, women, they are more than men again, surprisingly.
So it's 60-40?
It's all right, around 55. No, women 55%, men 45%.
Congratulations.
Yes. That's
okay, senators, for us to be dealing with the facts, because this meeting is about the human resources, and even things like gender parity is an HR concern. I'm going to recommend that we go to the specific issues, have that conversation, and see how Kisii County is managing that very important resource, the human resource. So maybe we just go straight to the issues before us. And by introduction, the Public Accounts Committee noted that the Auditor General, as in successive audit reports, found that since 2013, most counties paid salaries and other emoluments to non-existing or unaccounted for staff. Despite the findings and recommendations of the Auditor General on the matter, payments made to staff were not accounted for, has continued to result in growing and unsustainable wage bills in the counties. Indeed, to position that in the national psyche, I think the daily newspapers, the major ones of mass circulation, have repeatedly run headlines calling counties the domain of ghosts because of the occurrence and recurrence of ghost workers and payrolls that could not be justified, could not be explained, and could not be sustained. The committee, therefore, took the decision to write to several county governments that had been cited by the Office of the Control of Budget for having unsustainable wage bills. Kisii was one of those counties, and it is important to mention that this conversation is not only limited to Kisii County. There are several other counties that we will be calling before the Senate. On 17th November, the committee requested the governor of Kisii County, Simba Arati, to provide a comprehensive response on various human resource issues. On the 21st of March, the committee, through a follow-up letter, requested Governor Arati to provide a comprehensive report on payments of salaries and other emoluments to non-existing or unaccounted for staff in the county. Having received the written responses, the committee took the decision to invite the governor, Simba Arati, to appear before it at its meeting scheduled to be held today to consider the responses of Kisii County Executive on the HR issues. We must also situate the matter appropriately. We take note that Kisii County has had a governor for 10 years. We also take note that we have a new governor in Kisii County. The intention of our conversation is to understand the extent of the problem, to understand the measures that the new governor is taking, and to understand whether the measures are being taken within the law. I think our intention is just to find a solution that will help Kisii manage its problem of a ballooning wage bill. With that in mind, and with that being the spirit of today's conversation, I will ask the governor to start us off with their response to our first letter of 17th November 2022. And I believe that your response to our letter of 17th November 2022 is the one dated 9th of January 2023. The very first question we had asked was for the county government of Kisii to highlight the recommendations that have been made by the Auditor General on the county's wage bill and human resource management processes from financial year 2013-2014 to date. Governor, I would like you to read your response on that.
Thank you. Again, want to just straight to go into the response. I don't know if you need me to read the...
Yes, it is important that...
all of it?
Yes, just read your written response. That way it will be orderly.
Right, yeah, thank you. Response to the Auditor General's successive audit report, CAPS assessment, and special payroll audit issues since 2013 to date. I make reference to your letter reference number Senate DGSC CPSC 2022-006 of 17th November 2022, in which the Committee on the County Public Accounts raises issues which requires the county government of Kisii to respond. This response builds on our earlier letter reference number KSI/CG/GVN/INTROD/12/2023 of 1st December 2022, in which His Excellency myself requested for extension of deadline by 2 weeks to enable us effectively respond. Public accounts are raised. However, we realized that 2 weeks were not adequate since the process entailed making reference and attaching supporting evidence to the responses. I'm here today to provide the key recommendation in respect of each issue and measures the county government has taken to address them for the period covering 2013 to date. Number one, Chair, the recommendation that have been made by the Auditor General on the county's wage bill and the human resource management process from financial year 2013-2014 to date. Recommendation 1, the county executive wages and benefit to employees should not exceed 35% of the total revenue in accordance with section 25(1)(a) and B of Public Finance Management County Government Regulations 2015. The county executive member for finance with the approval of the county assembly to set a limit on the county government expenditure on wages and benefit for its public officers pursuant to section 107(2) of Public Finance Management Act 2012. 3, the County Public Service Board should have a human capital plan and approval staff establishment in place as required under Regulation 119(2) of Public Finance Management, County Governments, Regulation 2015. 4, the Public Service Board, in recruiting employees, must ensure that at least 30% of the vacant positions at entry level are filled by candidates who are not from the dominant ethnic communities pursuant to Section 7 of National Cohesion and Integration Commission Act 208 and Section 65(1)(e) of the County Government Act 2012. The Public Service Board, in recruiting employees, must ensure that at least 5% of all appointments shall be for persons with disabilities, pursuant to Section B 2223(2) of the Kisii County Public Service Human Resource Policy. Mitigation strategies to deal with the auditor's recommendation, Chair. In order to address the business raised by the Office of the Auditor Generals, the county government has taken the following measures. 1, or A, the county has since terminated all staff working on casual basis. B, the county suspended promotion of staff since January 2022 for a period of 18 months. Non-renewable of contract for officers who have attained 60 years. D, no replacement of staff who have exited the service through retirement, resignation, disciplinary action, and natural attrition, except those in essential services. The county froze employment since August 2022, except for the critical new government formation positions. The county government, that's F, the county government is currently conducting human resource audit with view of identifying issues and taking appropriate action. That's November 2022 to January 2023. The county government G, the county public service board advertise for jobs in the local dailies, in the website. All applications received are shortlisted for interview without any discrimination as regards ethnicity. Although the response from the non-dominant community are still low, those that apply and meet minimum requirement are considered. H, the County Public Service Board, while making advertisement for the vacant position, has always encouraged people living with disabilities to apply. This is meant to increase the numbers of people living with disabilities joining the public service. This notwithstanding, the numbers are still very low.
We didn't get the specificity that we expected. On number 1, the county has since terminated all staff working on casual basis. Do you have the numbers? And on F, the county is conducting HR audit. Do you have the timelines? And can you report whether this is still ongoing or it's been concluded? And who's undertaking it? Okay, Senator Onyonka.
Good morning, Governor. I'm happy to receive you at the Senate and the officers who are known to me, and some of them are my friends.